Hello everyone, I'm Tani Ayewa. In this video, I will go over Section A, Land Operated for the Fruit Chemical Use Survey. Each fruit chemical use survey sample will have an acreage insert. The sheet is highly confidential and should be returned to the RFO with the questionnaire. On this slide is a list of what is all included on the acreage insert. Notice the acreage insert will include the sample operation's name, address, telephone number, sequence number, and ID information. It will include on the backside the operation comments. It also will include the total acres operated under the sample operation arrangement, including the acres owned, acres rented from others, acres rented to others, total cropland, and total acres of all fruit crops. Each target crop recently reported data is included, and for California only records, previously known pesticide IDs for the operation. Section A asks about the land operated. Question 1 asks how many acres are owned, rented from, and rented to others. Question 2 gets into the total acres operated for this operation. You want to add owned and rented from acreage and subtract rented to acreage. This must properly sum up. So question 2A confirms that the above number contains all acreage, excluding AUM acreage. The last two questions for this section will be the acreage amounts referred to in the subsequent section. So question 3 asks, on the total acres operated, how many acres are considered cropland? Cropland is any tillable land currently in crop production or land that has previously been tilled and used for crops and could be tilled again without additional improvements. Sometimes there is confusion on what is not included as cropland. So at the bottom of this slide, we included some example of what is not cropland and should be excluded. So we want to exclude things like pasture and rangeland that has never been tilled, government program acres planted to trees. These are considered woodland. And so woodland and wasteland acres are not included in cropland acreage. For question 4, we ask on the total acres operated, how many acres were planted to fruit, or how many fruit acreage is there? How much? Just like the previous question, we want to make sure and understand what to include and exclude for this question. So when it comes to fruit acreage, we want to include all bearing and non-bearing fruit acres, all target and non-target fruit acres, and we want to exclude abandoned orchards or vineyards. Depending on the type of operation, question 4 will either be equal to question 3. It will never be more. So basically, fruit acreage should never exclude cropland acreage. They can equal each other, but fruit acreage should never be more. So a common error we're seeing is providing only cropland or fruit acreage when we need both. Please make sure that all parts are provided. It takes more action from the reviewer to research previously reported data to find the most accurate information for the missing items. For some farms, the information has not been recently confirmed, so we would rely on outdated information to complete a report. If you are already collecting this data, please make sure to ask and collect all items on this section to help our data be the most accurate and up to date. Thank you for your time.